Hey everyone, welcome back to Wheel Reverend, and today we're diving into one of the most iconic names in the Indian performance commuter segment at the 2026 Bajaj Pulsar 220F. This machine has been around for years, earning a cult following among riders who want performance, practicality, and a touch of aggression without breaking the bank. The 2026 model continues that legacy while introducing a few modern updates that make it more relevant in today's fast-changing motorcycle market. So let's fire it up, metaphorically speaking, and talk about what makes this new Pulsar 220F special. Right from the first glance, the Pulsar 220F still commands attention. It retains the signature semi-faired design that gives it a sporty, aerodynamic look. The twin projector headlamps up front not only enhance visibility but also contribute to its instantly recognizable face. Bajaj has refined the bodywork slightly for 2026, sharper lines, better panel fit, and a few new dual-tone color options that give the bike a premium flair. The side profile shows off the muscular fuel tank, flowing fairing, and sleek tail section, all of which combine to give the 220F a purposeful stance. It looks like it's ready to move even when standing still. The semi-faired setup offers good wind protection for highway riding while keeping the bike compact enough for city traffic. Underneath that bodywork is the heart that made the Pulsar legend at a 220cc single-cylinder, oil-cooled engine that now meets the latest emission norms. Bajaj has refined it for smoother power delivery and better efficiency. The motor produces around 20.9 PS of power and 18.55 Nm of torque, figures that have made it one of the most balanced engines in its category. It's not just about numbers, it's the way this engine delivers torque in the mid-range that makes city rides effortless. You can pull cleanly from low RPMs, and the acceleration is linear and confident. On open roads, it's happy cruising around 100 to 110 km per hour without feeling strained. The 5-speed gearbox feels slick, and clutch action is lighter than older versions, making stop-and-go traffic easier to handle. The ride quality is where Bajaj has worked quietly but effectively. The telescopic front forks and 5-step adjustable nitrox rear suspension continue to offer a nice balance between comfort and control. Over uneven roads, it soaks up most bumps without transferring too much shock to the rider. The chassis is stable and confidence-inspiring, whether you're cutting through traffic or leaning into mild corners on the weekend. The 220F behaves predictably. The braking setup had 280mm front disc and a 230mm rear disc. Along with single-channel ABS gives ample stopping power and safety. The bike rides on 17-inch alloy wheels with tubeless tires that grip well and add peace of mind during long rides. Hop onto the seat, and you'll notice the ergonomics are spot on for a sport commuter. The riding position strikes a balance, slightly forward-leaning for that sporty feel, but not so aggressive that it hurts on longer rides. The split seats provide good cushioning, and the pillion seat, while a bit high, still offers decent comfort. The handlebar and footpeg positioning make it versatile for both urban commutes and spirited highway runs. The digital analog instrument console now feels more premium, featuring a refreshed display that includes gear position indicator, fuel economy readout, trip meters, and even Bluetooth connectivity for turn-by-turn navigation and call alerts. A first for this segment in a Pulsar. Design-wise, Bajaj has kept the Pulsar 220F's identity intact while adding subtle modern touches. The dual-tone paint schemes, blacked-out engine, and smoked windscreen lend a more aggressive, stealthy character. The LED tail lamp remains a signature Pulsar element, and the overall build quality feels tighter compared to the earlier generation. Small improvements like refined switchgear, better seat texture, and vibration dampening around the fairing panels make it feel more polished than ever. Now, talking performance numbers. In real-world conditions, the bike can do 0 to 60 km per hour in around 4 seconds and reach a top speed of roughly 130 to 135 km per hour. Mileage figures hover around 38 to 42 kmpl depending on how you ride, which is quite respectable for a 220cc engine. With a 15-liter fuel tank, you're looking at a practical range of 500 km or more before needing a refill. which makes it ideal for both city commutes and occasional long trips. One of the main reasons the Pulsar 220F continues to sell so well is its versatility. It isn't a focused sport bike like an R15, nor is it a basic commuter. It sits comfortably in between, a powerful enough to thrill, comfortable enough to ride daily, and reliable enough for long-term ownership. The 2026 model feels more refined, with less engine harshness and smoother throttle response. The exhaust note retains that signature throaty growl that fans of the 220 absolutely love. When we talk about pricing, the 2026 Bajaj Pulsar 220F is expected to retail around a superscript 1.5 lakh ex showroom in India, depending on city and variant. That puts it in a competitive space against bikes like the TVS Apache RTR 204 volts and Hero Xtreme 200S, yet the Pulsar offers more displacement and a more muscular design for the money. For what it offers at the performance, build, and reputation, it's excellent value. The unique selling points of the 2026 Pulsar 220F lie in its proven formula. It's a bike that doesn't try too hard to reinvent itself but refines what already worked so well. You get a strong and dependable engine, an aggressive semi-fared look that still turns heads, good ride comfort, modern connectivity features, and Bajaj's extensive service network that makes ownership easy. Riders who grew up admiring the Pulsar line will feel right at home, while new riders will appreciate its balance of style, performance, and practicality. To wrap it up, the 2026 Bajaj Pulsar 220F is proof that some legends never fade, they just evolve. Bajaj has taken the essence of the iconic 220 and polished it for the modern era, giving riders a machine that still stirs the soul but feels smoother, more refined, and connected than ever before. If you want a bike that can commute through city chaos all week and still make you smile on weekend rides, this one deserves a serious look. The Pulsar 220F remains the AG-power commuter, and in 2026, it's better than ever. So, if you're thinking of upgrading or just getting your first big bike, this could be your perfect mix of nostalgia and performance. Ride safe, keep revving, and I'll see you in the next one.